These are the 7 levels of Kitchen Nightmares owners, starting with level 1, the clueless owner.
You motherfuckers, you all think that you can come in here and say that
you can't hurt my feelings, so let's get over the bullshit.
Get the fuck out of my restaurant. Get the fuck out of my restaurant, please.
Don't bring my fucking wife into it. Don't you fucking go
Owner. This tier is reserved for the least malicious owners, the ones who look completely overwhelmed by the restaurant they are supposed to control. Nino from Nino's Italian Restaurant delivered the perfect clueless owner performance, setting the standard for how deeply unaware a restaurant owner can be without turning into a true villain.
When we got to America, Vincenzo wanted to open a restaurant, and that was his dream. How are you doing tonight?
Very well, yourself?
Welcome to Nino's. I ran the outside, he ran the kitchen. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun too.
We had a great time.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
His family was drowning in stress, the business was falling apart, and everyone around him wanted real leadership. Nino answered those complaints with photographs of himself cleaning. Every time his family accused him of doing nothing, he treated basic chores like courtroom evidence.
What are the pictures of?
These are me cleaning and pulling down all the bottles, every single bottle.
I've never seen pictures of cleaning. That's the first for me.
Well, that's because my brother's always questioning that I do it.
I don't know in the first place why he took pictures. If it's clean, you don't have to prove it with pictures. You see it, right?
He showed pictures, receipts, and proof that he had wiped things down around the restaurant, as if that alone proved he was running the place properly. That is what made him such a perfect level 1 owner. He did not try to sabotage the business, scream at customers, or fight Gordon every 5 minutes.
And I'm not scared of you.
What's that supposed to mean? You threatening me?
I'm not a person that's scared, so don't use that word, please.
I asked you to step up, take some form of responsibility, go in there and ask him. So, are you going to let me continue eat, or do you want to fight? Confrontation?
We're talking about something physical now.
Can you leave me alone? Let me finish my lunch?
Yes, I will.
And if you find the balls to go and ask your chef when he made the meatballs, it'd be greatly appreciative. By the way, there's dirty bottles above the fish tank.
He simply confused helping around the restaurant with actually leading it. His family wanted direction, accountability, and a functioning business. Nino wanted credit for cleaning. That ridiculous disconnect made him funny, frustrating, and strangely innocent at the same time. He had energy, he had emotion, and he clearly cared about how people saw him. He simply had no real understanding of what ownership required.
I'm depressed. Dish after dish was a disappointment. And then you rate the food. 10 out of 10, perfect.
Best of times would have ever had. I have a lot of friends that come here and eat.
Your circle of friends isn't keeping the business afloat. Let's get that right. And let me tell you something. The chicken piccata. Chicken was furry and slimy. The meatball we discovered was made 5 freaking days ago. For some bizarre reason, you'll convince yourself that everything's fine.
While Nino confused chores with leadership, Pete from Pantaleone's showed a different kind of cluelessness by clinging to a version of his restaurant that no longer existed. Pete had built his entire identity around the glory days of Pantaleone's. In his mind, he still ran the legendary neighborhood pizza place customers once loved. He talked about the restaurant like Denver still waited outside for his food, and he carried himself like the reputation alone could keep the business alive.
See, perfect. I put my pizza up against anybody in the country. Not in Denver or Colorado, in the country. That's how confident I am about my pizza. Let's go, come on.
we did have wonderful reviews. We just got award after award after award.
But Gordon walked into a restaurant that had drifted far away from that memory. The room had lost its energy, the pizza had become painfully heavy, and Pete could not understand why the old name no longer brought people through the door. His cluelessness came from nostalgia. He loved the old version of Pantaleone's so much that he kept serving that memory instead of facing the restaurant in front of him.
He wanted me to show you the dough.
Throw that pizza.
He said the pizza was doughy on the inside and greasy.
It is doughy, look. Really?
I agree with him too.
Are you kidding me? I don't know what the chef is talking about, and a lot of people love it. I do, I eat it.
Every criticism from Gordon had to break through years of pride before Pete could even hear it. He genuinely believed he still ran a beloved pizza institution, even while the reality around him proved that the business had moved into a dangerous place. And then Rishi from Prohibition Grill showed what happens when an owner has personality, confidence, and absolutely no control over the food leaving her own kitchen. Rishi was a belly dancer turned restaurant owner, and Gordon quickly saw the problem. She had charm, confidence, and a strong presence in the dining room, but she could not control the menu, the kitchen, or the daily operation of the business.
Any idea how fucking deluded you sound? How can something be fucking delicious and overcooked? Is there such thing? I customers that stupid? Are you? No. Are you? No. Are you? And you are.
Yes, sir.
She believed in the restaurant emotionally, which made her easy to root for at first. But belief cannot replace management. Gordon found an owner who relied on hope, staff, and atmosphere to carry a restaurant that needed discipline, standards, and real authority.
What is that there?
Product,
What's that there?
cooked ribs.
It's downright dangerous.
Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you're eating now, just stop.
And Gordon has had enough.
I am not going to stand here and watch this kitchen send you food that is A, cross-contaminated, B, reheated from frozen. It's an absolute embarrassment.
Rishi's case showed the danger of level 1. These owners often have heart, and they sometimes have a real emotional connection to the restaurant. The problem is that they lack the tools to lead it. Those owners were lost, confused, and overwhelmed. But their disaster still had a chance because clueless owners can learn. The next level goes much deeper because these owners do not simply miss the problem. They build an entire fantasy around it, which moves us to level 2, the delusional owner. This level is reserved for owners who watch their restaurant fail and still convince themselves that everyone else simply misunderstands their genius. Sebastian from Sebastian's delivered one of the most delusional restaurant concepts Gordon ever had to untangle. He did not present his menu like a list of dishes. He presented it like a business empire waiting to explode. He had combinations, variations, options, sauces, proteins, and a system that seemed to make perfect sense only inside his own head.
Sebastian?
Yeah. Hello, chef.
I just want a little word. Listen, big boy. Right now, you've won jack fucking shit. You've got the audacity to stand there talking to me about a franchise, and we can't even get a pizza right.
I've been here 2 years. It may not
What have you
seem
got
like
to
a lot.
show?
What have I got to show?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I have to show.
Tell me.
Pride.
Sebastian believed this concept could become the future of casual dining. Gordon saw customers struggling to understand what they were supposed to order. The staff looked confused. The dining room looked confused. Gordon looked confused. Sebastian kept defending the concept with the confidence of a man pitching the next McDonald's. That confidence made him a perfect level 2 owner. Sebastian knew exactly what he wanted the restaurant to be, but he could not accept that the idea failed the second real customers had to use it. Gordon could point to the empty tables, the confused staff, and the broken menu. Sebastian still saw a franchise.
Joker.
Fuck you.
That's it, is it?
Yeah, it is it. You're very disappointed.
Second fucking shit performance tonight.
Are you fucking kidding me? Your whole act is a fucking joke.
Anything else?
Your whole act is a fucking joke. You're a phony.
While Sebastian's delusion came from believing his concept would change the restaurant industry, Cece from Anna Vincenzo's showed a more personal kind of denial. Cece entered Kitchen Nightmares with the pride of someone who still believed her restaurant had something special. She acted like Anna Vincenzo still offered food, personality, and atmosphere that people should appreciate. Gordon saw a restaurant that had lost touch with its customers.
Everybody loves that salad.
Who's everybody? The restaurant's empty.
The food no longer connected. The room felt dated. The energy had gone flat. Every time Gordon pushed Cece toward the truth, she defended the version of the restaurant she still carried in her mind. That made her delusion painful instead of funny. She did not act like a cartoon villain. She acted like an owner clinging to a self-image that had protected her from years of disappointment.
He's supposed to be here to help me. He's not supposed to be telling me that nothing's good. If he complains about this, I'm really gonna fucking kick his ass.
Cece believed in herself and the restaurant so strongly that she could not see how far both had drifted from what people actually wanted. Then John Esposito from Mama Maria's showed the most emotional version of level 2, where family legacy turns into a blindfold. John was carrying more than a restaurant. He was carrying the memory of his father. That made every criticism from Gordon hit harder. Mama Maria's represented tradition, family, and the old dream. John wanted to honor that legacy so badly that he struggled to face what the restaurant had actually become. Gordon walked into a place where nostalgia covered weak systems, poor standards, and food that no longer respected the family name.
Where's John? Oh my God.
In the kitchen.
I'm embarrassed to do some of the things that we do here.
Look at this mess. They're frozen moldy. There's a man vomiting in the toilet now.
It's a Kitchen Nightmares inspection that will have you in shock. Conditions are so bad,
We could possibly kill them.
Kill someone.
a customer pays the price.
Call an ambulance. Oh my God.
Get ready for an emotional roller coaster as Chef Ramsay tries to save a defiant owner
If I need you to tell me to put the key to the door, I would have done that without you
from destroying his parents' legacy.
I don't want to be here no more.
John thought he was protecting the past, but the restaurant had reached a point where his protection had turned into neglect. His journey forced him to face one of the hardest truths in Kitchen Nightmares. Loving a family restaurant does not automatically keep it alive.
Spaghetti doesn't taste quite right.
I don't know what to tell you. It's the fresh tomato sauce. Throw this out.
Am I gonna put on plastic glasses and a funky haircut, put an earring in my ear just to accommodate the new people? I'm not gonna do that.
Those owners lived inside fantasies strong enough to block out reality, but the next group takes that delusion and adds arrogance, turning every simple criticism into a personal attack on their supposed brilliance, bringing us to level 3, the pretentious owner. These owners speak like masters, plate like amateurs, and somehow make every bad dish sound like a misunderstood masterpiece. Joe Nagy from Mill Street Bistro is the absolute blueprint for pretentious kitchen nightmares ownership. He talked like a misunderstood culinary genius whose brilliance had simply gone unappreciated by the people around him. He bragged about farm-to-table cooking, fresh ingredients, high standards, and the chefs he had supposedly learned from. He carried himself like Gordon had arrived to study his vision rather than rescue his failing restaurant.
Our food is the best by far. No one's ever done this. You're gonna try all these animals at the restaurant?
Farm to table, it's known.
This owner runs his business like a ruthless dictator.
Just do what you do. I don't care what he said. Go, 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 go.
The way you treat me is disrespectful, crude, degrading.
Then you need to find another place to work.
Gordon quickly punctured the performance. The staff saw an arrogant owner who talked down to them. Gordon saw confused execution, weak leadership, and a man who turned every basic correction into a personal war. Joe's problem was not simple ignorance.
Come back.
I'm deeply sorry your feelings are hurt.
My fucking feelings ain't hurt. You can't hurt my feelings.
You're ignoring my advice.
No, I'm not.
You're going up against me.
No, I'm not
Yes, you
ignoring
are.
your advice.
He had built a restaurant out of ego, then acted offended when Gordon touched it. Every critique became disrespect. Every question became a battle. Every plate became a chance for Joe to defend his image instead of fix the food. That is what makes him a level 3 owner. He had more confidence than skill, more pride than control, and more speeches than solutions. While Joe wrapped his ego in farm-to-table language, Michelle from The Secret Garden used French cuisine and old-school pride as his shield. Michelle carried himself like Gordon had walked into a sacred temple of cuisine. The Secret Garden had lost customers, energy, and relevance, but Michelle still protected the restaurant's identity like Gordon had come to destroy art.
Good morning.
This is not funny. I'm pissed.
Good.
Good.
You've got every reason to be pissed. I'm
not
glad
because-
you're angry.
Yeah.
Finally you've woken up. Now I've done this for a reason. Just think how bad it would be for your business to close.
I don't see anything constructive here. It's a small town. 10 people drove by and guess what? They're gonna be advertising on TV. Oh, the restaurant is not doing well.
Every suggestion felt like disrespect. Every modernization felt like an attack. Every attempt to simplify the food seemed to offend him personally. That is the classic pretentious owner trap. Michelle confused age with tradition, stubbornness with standards, and a fading restaurant with a refined one.
It's not doing that bad, okay? I make decent money.
How much money have you made in 7 years?
How much money have I made where?
In the restaurant in 7 years.
What do you mean?
How much money have you made in 7 years?
Sorry, it's a big question. You need to make it smaller.
How much profit have you made in 1 year? You're hiding from me.
No, not really, but...
You don't want my help?
I want your help. I want your help, but...
Gordon tried to make the business more accessible. Michelle treated that effort like a violation of everything he stood for. When an owner ties his entire identity to a failing concept, every dinner service becomes a personal war. David Leonard from The Black Pearl delivered a different version of pretension, built entirely around seafood superiority. David was one of 3 owners at The Black Pearl, but his arrogance stood out immediately. The restaurant wanted to be a serious seafood destination, and David treated the lobster roll like sacred tradition. When Gordon criticized it, David dismissed the criticism.
What do you smell, Phil? It smells old.
Why didn't they eat it?
I don't know, Gordon.
Do you ever ask yourself that question? I don't.
I ask myself that question all the time.
I suppose you actually don't give a fuck now that.
I do give a f***. You know I give a f***.
You seem a very relaxed man with your restaurant.
What do you want me to do? I disagree. It doesn't smell bad to me, the fish.
I've just given a piece to your chef.
Yeah.
The piece was stinking.
It wasn't stinking.
You're blind, my friend.
When customers complained, he questioned their taste. He turned feedback into proof that everyone else failed to understand how the dish should work. That made him a strong level 3 example. Pretentious owners do more than ignore criticism. They look down on the people giving it.
It's for you not to have a drink here after your shift, but you often do.
Why can't you ask my question without a question?
I did answer your question.
That is quintessential David. He'll answer you with the question. So to communicate with him can be very frustrating.
David preferred defending a bad plate over listening to the person eating it. Once an owner treats customers like they are too stupid to appreciate the food, the restaurant has already entered dangerous territory. Those owners were arrogant, defensive, and painfully impressed with themselves. But at least their arguments centered on taste, standards, or identity. The next level turns the whole restaurant into a courtroom, where every disaster somehow belongs to someone else, which moves us to level 4, the blame everyone owner. This level is for owners who stand in the middle of total disaster and still point the finger at everybody except themselves. Alan Saffron from Burger Kitchen turned his restaurant into a family war with burgers in the middle. The business was collapsing, the food kept failing, the staff had lost faith, and his relationship with his son was falling apart on camera. Alan still pushed responsibility outward every time the truth got close. He blamed the chef, he blamed the staff, he blamed his son, he blamed the customers. He treated every conversation like a trial where everyone around him had to defend themselves while he sat above the damage.
Where's my money for my groceries that you owe me?
Now, first of all, my son
You haven't paid?
My son was wired morning, and you gave
I'd say he was wired.
Excuse me, we don't do that, David.
I come in here and I work, I open the place, I do what I'm supposed to do, and I don't get paid. Where's my paycheck?
That's not
Why hasn't he paid?
I have checks written out to your
That's
wife.
not right. It just sounds crazy. Where's Jen going?
He's running to get checks all of a sudden. Honey, you're missing the point. Don't concentrate on the check. I said I'm gonna pay him.
That made him a perfect level 4 owner. He made mistakes, then turned those mistakes into someone else's responsibility. Once a restaurant reaches that point, the staff cannot fix anything. Every service problem becomes an argument. Every criticism becomes an accusation. Every attempt at accountability gets dragged into a family feud. Burger Kitchen became less like a restaurant and more like a courtroom with a grill. While Alan blamed his own family and staff, Shelley from Blackberries delivered one of the most infamous blame-shifting moments in the history of the show. Blackberries already had serious problems before Gordon found the mouse. The kitchen lacked order, the food struggled, and the restaurant needed a painful reset. Then Gordon discovered a dead mouse, and Shelley immediately turned a sanitation nightmare into a conspiracy. Instead of asking how something that disturbing could happen inside her restaurant, she questioned whether Gordon or the production had planted it. That reaction captured level 4 perfectly. A responsible owner would panic about the restaurant. Shelley panicked about the embarrassment. If Gordon planted the mouse, Blackberries could avoid facing the hygiene issue. If the staff carried the blame, Shelley could avoid facing the management issue. If the entire moment became a setup, the restaurant could avoid facing itself. Blame became her shield, and that shield blocked every path toward improvement.
Have you got a bin?
Yes, Chef.
The moose. It's by the front door.
Huh?
It's by the door.
No. We just had the exterminator.
You paid for the exterminator?
Sure.
Get your money back.
Okay, that's not funny.
I've got an incinerator outside. Take that, no? As a general manager, do something with it. The mouse.
Mouse?
It was in the entrance as I walked in, on the left-hand side.
Mouse?
We always have the exterminator once a month for prevention.
Are you serious?
Vic from Fiesta Sunrise showed a quieter version of the same problem, standing in the middle of debt, spoiled food, and chaos while still acting like the disaster had simply happened around him.
This is the burrito here. Looks like somebody's sick on my plate.
Where the food is being made for the masses,
What were they expecting? 2,000 for dinner?
but eaten by few. The owners
Paddy, I'm disgusted. Yolanda, that's a joke.
and managers
It's a fucking prize!
Fiesta Sunrise was financially terrifying. Family money had gone into the business, the debt had grown out of control, and the kitchen conditions were horrifying. When Gordon opened the walk-in, the restaurant's problems became impossible to hide. Spoiled food, poor systems, and total mismanagement told the whole story before Vic even opened his mouth.
What is going on here? What's that?
The burritos.
What's that one?
The chicken, the enchiladas.
Oh, how? Oh my God. What's that?
That was ground beef.
Ground beef. Half of it's fucking fat, you idiot. It's fatter than you.
Yet Vic still carried himself like the situation had fallen on him from somewhere else. That is the subtle version of blame. It does not always come through screaming. Sometimes it comes through excuses, shrugs, and a refusal to connect the owner's decisions to the restaurant's damage. Gordon saw an owner who had lost control and still resisted owning the consequences. Those owners blamed staff, family, customers, and even Gordon himself. But the next level grows darker because these owners stop deflecting responsibility and start poisoning flooding the entire restaurant with anger, intimidation, and emotional chaos, bringing us to level 5, the abusive owner. These owners do more than mismanage the restaurant. They create an atmosphere where the staff, customers, and family members have to survive the owner before they can survive the service. Peter Pellegrino from Peter's Italian Restaurant set the tone for the American version of kitchen nightmares in the most explosive way possible. He moved through the restaurant like a storm in a suit, bringing aggression and intimidation into every room he entered. The restaurant had food problems, service problems, and money problems.
Manager's a tyrant.
So what do you mean I'm getting hot-headed? Give me his fucking mallet when he comes to the fucking door.
And the staff are ready to throw in the towel.
No.
Can Gordon unite this dysfunctional family restaurant?
Let me kill myself.
This is ridiculous. Should I come back next week for the bake clam?
And get their house back in order?
You fucking blowjob!
But Peter's behavior dominated everything. Staff members had to work around his temper. Customers felt the tension. His family had to carry the emotional weight of his chaos. Gordon could attack the menu, inspect the kitchen, and confront the business issues, but Peter's presence remained the loudest problem in the building.
What the fuck? Look, there's onions growing on top of onion. But it gets worse, unfortunately. The whole thing's leaking here.
What the fuck is that?
What is that?
I don't know, you have to ask the chef.
You become famous in the next 24 hours for fucking poisoning half of Babylon. You ought to be fucking ashamed. That is sour and has to be 4 weeks old. Just smell that for me. No, just smell it.
I just got off.
Yeah, okay. Just smell it though, Tina.
Oh, that's right.
That is what makes him a level 5 owner. His restaurant did not simply suffer from bad food. It suffered from the man who controlled the room. While Peter's aggression came with gangster energy, Abby from Down City brought raw emotional volatility into every single confrontation. Abby was one of the most explosive owners Gordon ever faced. She argued with staff, customers, and Gordon with the same scorched earth intensity. Every criticism hit her like an insult. Every problem triggered a blow-up. Every service carried the threat of another shouting match.
Get on fucking raw. It's full of shit.
Abby is a complete psycho bitch.
Can Chef Ramsay get through to this stubborn owner?
Abby, you've got to understand how frustrating this is.
Fix it. You fix it.
You stuck-up precious little bitch.
That kind of owner destroys the calm center a restaurant needs to function. Staff cannot simply focus on food and service when they also have to manage the emotional state of the person in charge. They work under 2 pressures at once: the pressure of the restaurant and the pressure of Abby's reaction. That is abusive ownership.
I feel pretty shitty. How would you feel if someone telling you that your life's work and everything you've dreamed of doing for your whole life is shit? Now I'm completely questioning myself, and I hope we can have a conversation about what needs to be done in this restaurant.
The owner does not lead the business. The owner dominates the mood of the entire building. Mike Simonera from the Fish and Anchor created a different kind of toxic environment, one built through constant fighting, exhaustion, and emotional warfare. Mike was an ex-boxer and self-taught cook, and the Fish and Anchor seemed to absorb all of that combat energy. He and his wife Karen ran the restaurant together, but their arguments turned the entire business into a pressure cooker. The menu was too big, the kitchen moved too slowly, and the tension between the owners reached the customers before the food did. That is another face of level 5. Abuse in a restaurant does not always mean one person screaming at a waiter. Sometimes it comes from owners turning the business into a battlefield and forcing everyone else to work inside the crossfire. Staff get trapped in the middle. Customers sit through the discomfort. Gordon ends up fixing more than a kitchen. He has to confront the emotional war running the restaurant. Those owners made their restaurants miserable places to work and eat. But the next level becomes even more frustrating because these owners receive a rescue and then fight the rescue with everything they have, which takes us to level 6, the owner who fights the rescue. This level is reserved for owners who call Gordon Ramsay for help, then treat every piece of that help like an insult. John Chappie Chapman from Chappie's defined the owner who wants rescue without surrendering control. He had an old school identity, a strong sense of who he thought he was, and almost no interest in hearing that his restaurant had fallen behind.
He blames Nashville customers.
Yeah, both came back. That's the Nashville folk we know and love.
When he should really be taking a hard look.
Oh my God.
At his less than appetizing food.
It looks like Chappie took a crappie in my gumbo.
And his disturbing kitchen practice.
Find the owner who wants rescue without surrendering control. He had an old school identity, a strong sense of who he thought he was, and almost no interest in hearing that his restaurant had fallen behind.
He blames Nashville customers.
Yeah, both came back. That's the Nashville folk know and love.
When he should really be taking a hard look.
Oh my God.
At his less than appetizing food.
It looks like Chappie took a crappie in my gumbo.
And his disturbing kitchen practice.
See them holding these things?
And in spite of Chef Ramsay showing him the way,
you have to open your eyes.
Gordon saw a business stuck in the past. The food, decor, and concept all needed change. Chappie heard those observations as insults. He resisted modernization because he took it personally.
The lobster I couldn't even eat. As I was trying to bite down, I was bouncing back.
Steak and lobster rocket. Someone needs a fucking rock out of his ass to wake up. Oh my God. Robert, don't swallow that one. Do you need a napkin?
He said the dish is just a mess. I don't want to throw it down his throat if he doesn't want it. Well, he couldn't even get through the steak. It was all gristle.
Chef Andy had training, experience, and confidence, which made him one of Gordon's most stubborn chef owners.
Get the fuck out of here. That's beautiful beef tenderloin.
They're a local customer.
I don't give a shit. Alex, this is your fault. You sort it out. My food, perfect. I've worked long and hard and paid for the right to have what I want. Be quiet. Whether people come and like, love it, or hate it, it's my business, it's my reputation, it's my food.
When customers complained, Andy challenged the complaints. When Gordon criticized the food, Andy defended his choices. When the restaurant needed change, Andy treated that change like a direct challenge to his authority. Chef owners can be especially difficult because they connect their ego to every plate.
You don't give a fuck, big boy. You're looking for a justification every time you fuck up. A man that can't even accept his own mistakes. Or get your staff to wipe your ass and say it's brilliant, chef. You're amazing. Treat your wife like a fucking dog.
Don't bring my wife into it.
I'm gonna do it. Do you know why?
Don't bring my fucking wife into it. Don't you fucking go there.
Don't point that fucking
I'll be on the fuck I love.
Or just calm down. I just ask politely. Don't talk to her like that. You haven't got respect for her. How do you get people working for you?
Yeah, whatever. This is bullshit.
Business criticism becomes personal criticism. Menu feedback becomes a verdict on their entire career. Andy did not hear Gordon saying the restaurant needed to improve. He heard Gordon questioning his identity as a chef. That made every correction harder, every service more tense, and every solution more difficult to land. Mo and Rami from Oceana Grill pushed level 6 even further because their fight with the rescue grew beyond the episode itself. Oceana Grill already had the classic kitchen nightmares ingredients: defensive ownership, serious kitchen issues, and Gordon forcing a painful reality check. But the episode became infamous for the resistance that followed it. The conflict around the restaurant's portrayal continued long after Gordon left, turning Oceana into one of the most complicated post-show cases in the series. That gives Mo and Rami a different kind of level 6 energy. They did not simply argue inside the kitchen. They pushed back against the entire rescue narrative after filming.
Why are we lying to each other here? Are they frozen? Yes or no? They are. Why do you want me? I could taste they're frozen.
Well, there's a good reason why we freeze the crab cake.
Tell me the good reason behind freezing crab cakes.
And we don't have enough customers in here to serve the crab cake. So the only thing to prevent them from going bad is to freeze them.
Why make so many?
The batch is big, basically.
I don't understand this.
Why would you make a big bet?
Rami, you just sold me out of Chef Ramsay.
The episode exposed the restaurant. The owners rejected the exposure, and the nightmare expanded beyond the dining room. That is what separates this level from everything before it. These owners receive a lifeline, then spend their energy fighting the person holding it.
That's your job. Just to look at this and know, oh my God, is this what's going on in my business?
What's this?
Oh.
Ooh. Oh my holy. How old are they?
I don't know.
Just smell them, smell them.
Oh, the smell was like, I had no idea Chef Damon was doing such a job.
Look at the color of them. Ooh. It's tarnished now. The whole lot is tainted.
It's just unacceptable. I mean, Chef Damon should know better. He's an executive chef.
Those owners fought the rescue so hard they almost made help impossible, but Gordon could still argue, push, renovate, and force some version of change. The final level belongs to owners so chaotic, checked out, or unreachable that the rescue has nowhere to land, bringing us to level 7, the unfixable owner. This is the absolute worst kind of Kitchen Nightmares owner, the one who becomes the problem Gordon cannot solve. Amy and Sammy Buzaglo from Amy's Baking Company are the final boss of Kitchen Nightmares owners. Their episode did more than become famous. It escaped the show and became a cultural event. They rejected criticism from every direction. Customers complained, and Amy attacked their taste. Staff struggled, and Sammy turned the dining room into a battlefield. Gordon challenged the food and management, and both owners responded responded with complete resistance.
You fuck yourself! Don't you motherfucker!
Get ready to witness a colossal uphill battle.
If you touch I fucking you go!
As Chef Ramsay faces off against two defiant owners.
Pizza is undercooked.
That's not true.
This may be the one restaurant
I don't even know why we came back here. I'm going home.
Are you going home?
that Chef Ramsay has no choice but to walk away.
I finished. All my stuff is going back where it belongs, and that's it.
Every possible route to improvement closed in front of him. Gordon found the problem quickly. The owners had created a restaurant where feedback could not survive. Amy treated negative reactions like personal persecution. Sammy escalated conflicts instead of calming them. Together, they built a business that could not absorb reality.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
No more raviolis
No more
today.
raviolis,
Yeah.
no more hamburgers, and no more salmon burgers. People can only have cakes tonight.
Okay.
Okay? I'm good with that.
That is why the episode became legendary. Gordon walked away. He had faced rotten food, filthy kitchens, screaming owners, collapsing families, dead mice, debt, denial, and total chaos before. Amy and Sammy still pushed him to the point where he saw no path forward. That makes them the ultimate level 7 case. Rachel McNally from Piccolo Teatro showed a completely different version of unfixable, driven by absence instead of rage. Rachel owned a vegetarian restaurant in Paris, but she treated the business like something she could drift in and out of whenever she felt like it. She arrived late, avoided responsibility, walked away from confrontation, and left other people carrying the weight. That kind of owner creates a quieter disaster.
It looks like I'm gonna have to take Daniel the nut house myself.
It's very hard to control them, and that is a problem. Fucking shame, man. Saturday night, what a fucking mess.
Gordon can challenge rage. He can confront ego. He can expose bad food, but it becomes almost impossible to rescue a restaurant when the owner will not fully stand inside the responsibility. Rachel did not need to scream to damage the business. Her absence did the damage for her. The staff needed leadership, the restaurant needed commitment, and Gordon needed an owner willing to fight for the place. Rachel kept slipping away from all of it. Julie from Mangia Mangia completed the final level by showing what happens when a restaurant collapses into pure operational chaos. Mangia Mangia felt like a system failure from the moment Gordon started pulling it apart. The food relied on shortcuts, the kitchen had lost control, the staff problems kept exploding, and Julie looked overwhelmed by the monster her restaurant had become.
I have talked 100 times, stop. I have talked to you over and over and over. You know I have, Trevor. You're fucking lying. You are. I have sat down and talked to you so many times and said, what can we do to make this better? You never fucking say anything. So that's a fucking lie. You're lying.
Say something, get shut down.
You are fucking lying.
Whatever.
She was not the loudest owner in Kitchen Nightmares history, which actually makes her fit this level even better. Unfixable owners do not always scream at Gordon. Sometimes they stand inside a broken machine with no real control over any moving part. Gordon could change the menu, confront the staff, expose the shortcuts, and rebuild pieces of the restaurant. But Mangia Mangia had sunk into a level of dysfunction that felt almost impossible to stabilize. That is the final level. The owner has moved beyond cluelessness, delusion, arrogance, blame, abuse, and resistance. The owner has become the reason the nightmare keeps going.